I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first.
Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is March 20, Thursday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So I'm going to try to make this short, as I always say. Yesterday we were talking about this option here of coming up from the top and retracing back down. They came lower. They took out that swing. Should have put this a little bit lower, but this was for me a minimum. And then the idea is to come push up, right? So we are getting that in a way. So as you see, we came down, but they did this at the close. They popped up real quick to squeeze people out in this wick of sellers, and then it's kind of like a lower high, and then to come down. And then what they did is they rushed it down and they swept that low I was talking about. This is from 9:30 yesterday, right there. As you can see, that we had that push off from FOMC. So data low, they came for it, and you can see when we woke up today, we already inside the opening range gap plus this first imbalance from yesterday. You can see the price sitting in there, right? So the thing is with this type of day, obviously you're looking for the numbers here. What's move one? Well, when they did this little U thing here, little mountain here, they tricked everybody and they didn't take out this low, or they weren't going to come lower. Your two options, either coming lower to take out that liquidity or go higher to wipe out that liquidity. Now the thing is that when you came all the way back, you kind of had already a big drop. And as far as range even goes, we are sitting in a 2 to 2.5. If you measure that last 15-minute candle, what I have here, you'll see the 2 to 2.5. So we're sitting in that. And then this is suspect for it to go down as well, only because they already did this job early today. So they tricked it with the 8:30 coming down, and then 9:30 blasts off. It's momentum. So if you know how to, and you can see the entry right there, breaking that candle and testing it. If 9:30 would close like a nice strong bullish candle like this, it wasn't a wick. It didn't also make a second candle down. So I mean, you do have a little signal here. I mean, it's very, very tricky. They've been very tight with wicks and ranges lately, and making it more difficult. As you see, the breakthrough momentum could have put a stop any one of these. And then as you see, it fans out here. Many people try to get in here. I don't like doing that. Caught the sell here first. Caught the sell here first because when we shifted with this low here, that was a raid, and I expect it to come down and just wipe out some liquidity. I have it circled right there. Why? This is before 9:30. So why do I have that highlighted? Is because it's a breakout level. Look at the imbalance. See how you don't know if it's buying yet. Boom, that pushes. Okay, but it retests and it's tight. It still can come down here. Then you get this push. Boom. See that? So now this comes back. Yes, this comes back already inside it. But I'm trading for it again as liquidity to hunt it, plus take out this level. And it'll probably come even lower, and it actually does. Look to the side. You see that they went all the way fucking deep and got these guys and left it dirty. It's like a little double bottom. So it could be holding for the rest of the day, or it might not. We'll see. But saying all that to frame this, look how it came to the 3 and a 4 here. Look at the body sitting inside that 3.5 to 4 there. And then momentum. Now there's only two ways to do this. Either you're gonna try to buy these bottoms, but it's too volatile and unsure because of the low here and that liquidity. So they made you sit on your hands once it pushes up. I'm not a momentum trader, so I'm not buying it. But I mean, to be honest with you, I almost feel like I want to start doing that, because at this point I start to understand that I'm attacking breakout traders, but I can be a breakout trader too. It's not in my model or anything, but the point is it's really just an entry on the momentum. And I understand that they're going to lock price. This is what locking price looks like. They don't let you in, and they constantly little phases all the way till the top. How'd I catch this sell though? This is fire. How'd I catch this sell right here? Look where this level is. Look to the left of the chart. I'm going to hover it. See the left of the chart? So this, when we wicked in here, started wicking in here, and this right here, look what time this is. This is 10:49. So this price, and I like to enter a minute before 10:50 because I understand that they're on some bullshit. They try to get the price down already, and then the rest is momentum. So you have time in the factor here. But take a look to your left. What are they really doing right here? They're really sweeping this little pool. But that's not even what's important. Well, it's important because they set that up before yesterday's fall in the power hour, right? Well, how did they do it? See the wick? See that candle, the bullish candle? And then you have this bearish candle next to me here. See that? Look at the open and close price of these candles. So the close price of the bullish candle, the open price of the bearish candle, and look how we tap right in there. I'm going to hover here and look on the 1 minute now. Look on the 1 minute. Look how we sniped that. And then you're going to say draw it. Well, let me just draw it. Bam. See that? So they set this up here, this setup here, this shit. We're getting extra ranges here, so it's like really tight, but they create that pool right underneath that level. The algorithm is like, okay, when this bearish candle pushes down, it immediately is like a sell program, right? Because it goes below and it's not a bullish candle, it's a bearish candle with the wick, right? So it's stuck, right? They lock this price up here, but they set this up, and then their bitch ass when this is move number 1, right? So we're gonna start the sequence number 1, fake move before it, so move down. So this is really 1, but we ain't gonna go there. Moved up here and it smacks it right there. I get filled as soon as this is a wickless candle right there on the 1049. Then it starts pushing down right there. I push it. Yeah, I took some losses here trying to catch this shit. But it is what it is. But I understood what was happening. I mean, in a perfect world, will we go through? You'd want to see a new higher high, yes, of course. But we talked about yesterday having a divergence here, so we don't know if it's really going to keep going. But at the least, we do understand that they're coming up to squeeze. Again, we are sort of like short-term bullish because of the retracement that we want. So I'm framing the understanding there. But you see, when we pop into that fucking specific level, it's not going any higher than that. It's literally getting in there. The algorithm has accomplished the job of this liquidity and that level, and then everybody's holding the bag if they are buying, and they rip it from you, and that's move 1. And where's move 2? At the least, move 2 you expect it to have a retracement, right? So move 1, move 2 to come back. If it's going to be a smooth, easy higher low, and it's not too deep like they did today, but you're going to see the fire of how I did this when I caught the sell here. I only took it to here. Why am I only taking it here? Well, we have the bearish daily imbalance still. We've been up and down it the whole time, this for 2 weeks almost. And that's a breakout level. What's also here, we have the daily gap for today in that red. We also have 50%, I said, of the bearish daily balance. We have also, I have 2 measurements here. Also, before this comes down, you know that the proper way is waiting for this shift. So I put them in red so you can obviously see them. You can see that this swing low makes that swing high, and we crack it right there. And then that becomes a control of price. Notice how the price never goes above, even when we have these lower highs. They're digging in. That's a break. That's a pre-break, we call it. Some people call it change of character or some. That would kind of be the same idea, I think. For the way I see it is, this is just a pre-break. But this is the real break. This swing low makes that swing high, and we break it. Then we come right back to that original break. We have an inversion imbalance right there, which is a 1036. You can see we're hitting that. Bodies are right at 50%. And here they don't make it. And then just fucking beautiful understanding. But you have to sit and endear these retracements. Now, but the logic here is that, and you're looking for because look at this is a high, and then this is a low. Then we come back up, and then this is a high, and then it comes back for a higher low. Higher low, because if you're slowly popping up, you see that we were talking about a wedge here, but we also understand that it's got to bust somewhere. It's either going to bust down or going to bust up. So if it does, you're going to see some higher lows. Yeah, you can get a raid and then pop up like news type of shit. But in general speaking, you're making higher lows and the price is here. We had highs here, and we're fanning this way. You can see it's like wedging up. It's getting compressed and tight? Is it going to blow through? Right. So eventually, now we got an inside day today, actually on the daily. So we're going to see a probably big move tomorrow. This Friday just fizzle out and becomes an indecisive week. Look at the week candle. They did dip inside this previous week's wick, which was nice. So that could be enough to us start pushing back up. We want to get obviously into that gap right there. And then the weekly imbalance right there. I'm not even going to draw. Well, I guess I could. Yeah, let me just do that now. And then I'm just going to do this. Just give me a second. It's too light. I mean, it's too dark. Okay, so just give me a second here. Okay. All right, so obviously this is an area here. Whoa, what are you doing? So this color's weird. Anyways, so we want to roll up, and kind of at least get to this area. We might go higher, who knows? I'm just saying, but at the least we want to tag in somewhere in there. Got the gap nested now as I just put it on there. What else I was gonna say? I was gonna say something else. So that being the understanding, are we gonna push through? So you obviously you do see the higher lows, right? So in this, who's winning in this case? Well, I mean, it's still neutral, but at the same time, we are making higher lows and the price is here. It's not like we're making lower highs and now the price is here, right? So that's just cause some basic shit I'm talking about, obviously. But look at how they did it. 1, 2. So we get the breaks there. You see they pop in real quick. That's scamming right there. Pushing make sure everyone doesn't get in that sell because they know it's probably heavy to retrace back. Where again, if this range from low to high, remember it does break this high, so it is higher from that, and then this can come back for a higher low to then push back up for structure and flow that way is how I'm trying. I'm assuming to see it because everyone is like on a low bottom range and people are wanting to buy this as well, and we know that it'll retrace back up in general, bullish, or if it's bearish, we want it to still push up. So, anyways, long story short, man, I'm putting this circle right here because I know this swing from here to here I have measured only, and then right here you can see 2 to 2.5. So 2 to 2.5 right there. It's right there in the background. You also have the daily bearish balance. You have the gap for today. I've already said all this shit. And then I also have this measurement to the left here. It's just to the left though, but it's measuring the high to this swing low. How does that look like in here? We have a 1 to 1 and 1.5 right there. So they're overlapping. So the 2 to 2.5 and the 1 to 1.5, they're overlapping in this section right here. I literally get the price to move down to right here. I take the bitch out. I end up scalping this a little bit to push down a little bit lower for a leg because I wanted to get in here deeper, but I wanted to secure the profit just in case it whipped on me. And this is now move number 3 because I knew this was number 1, and I know coming back down is number 2. Now, where is number 3? Does 2 keep going down? I actually did. And then 3 starts, which is what, maybe this, you see it, right? Higher highs and higher lows going that way. But I have to secure the profit in the trade because I don't know what's going to do after this. So what does it do? Sinks again, comes where? It comes right back to that middle daily, middle weekly. Comes to the weekly fucking gap again, right? And you can see it playing around. Then it bounces right back to the bearish daily 50% dotted line. See that shit? Bounces right back up. So it's algorithmically moving through these levels. Then boom, comes right to the circle I have in red. Why do I have this in red? Because I said it yesterday. It's like this is a minimum that I know it's going to, but this is like in a perfect world, like the video ago I just made. I would love for it to come here, but I don't really want it to come here because I want us to turn around and buy for number 3, right? So what does it do? 2 just keeps coming down. Wow. So I always say I'm only interested in move 1 and 2, right? And move 3 is a bonus. And what does 3 look like? Well, 3 could have been any one of these. This push up, 3 drives, 1. Funky, look at 3 drives on the 1 drive. then you have this second drive, then you have this third drive. Look where it conveniently comes to. The push out trader, if you have momentum and you were able to push that buy, that's what I was talking about. They're even so slick to come back and wipe that out. So this is a high resistance runs. Even though they are kind of nice. It was a nice day, but the issue is they were very tough on the first expansion, and it's like, dude, you guys are little bitches. I'm flat out. They were doing that shit on purpose. I said, okay, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know what y'all doing. Come to the midnight level, by the way, too. But I think I hope I didn't forget to mention that. But that was part of the plan, because the built the liquidity while it was going on in the midnight levels type of Asia time frame, and then they're coming right back to it. But that's just an addition to the conversation of up there. But so move 2 comes down, and then if I'm taking 3, which I did, I tried to take these. I tried to take all of them, but the thing is it wasn't going. I don't want it to come down here, but it's probably, but if it's going to be manipulative, it's going to be. I want Thursday to kind of continue and go through, but it's no big deal, because I'm just using the entry methods when it gets down here on these swing lows. See that? So I end up getting it filled here. Once we passed this candle and we came back in, I get filled in this area right here on this last down candle, and then I'm holding it. Where did I take this trade? At a minimum, I'm taking it back to here, because why? We came to the first imbalance. So they came to the midnight level, they came back down all the way to the first imbalance, and then they push back up to the weekly gap, and then you see the higher lows are coming back deep. Each one of these is a number 3. So for example, this push back up, it's a number 3, but does it keep going or is it fake? Well, you do know that you're going to get these moves that are retracements, right? That are faking the funk, and that's how they're trying to get you in. And if you took the profit here, though, like I did here, like when I took this, I took it to right here. I didn't hold it for the moon, because time distortion, it might not even happen fucking today. It's going to happen tomorrow by the time we wake up, and we're already up here now, right? Like, so it's what it is. What it is. Perfect world, I would have loved to have bought one of these and be already up here, but it's not happening, right? So it is what it is. Sucks, but the point is that that's a move. That's a move. That's a buy. That's a buy. Like, these are all buys, right? Like, well, I mean, even though they're all sells, we understand that if it's still number 2 is still in process, it's still going to make these sells down, sell again, right? See the drives, right? But you, at the same time, one of them's going to click and turn, and that's number 3. But we don't know if it is going to happen. So, but we do expect to at least come to like this high right here. That's why I took it here at a minimum, and then I ended up buying this right here once we came down, and I thought they were going to just fucking sink right through already. I was like, bro, fucking you guys are hoes. Because I wanted to come in once I finished this trade here, you can see the 9:30, the first part of the AM session, it was just a pump and pushing it up. And then when we get into London close pre-lunch, we're already retracing back, wiping liquidity, keeping people on their toes and fucking people over, holding the bag still. And then we got to wait for the PM session. It waited all the way till 2:30, and then they retraced it. But when this 4-hour candle was pushing up here, it was pushing up, and we first took it out, we had a big, bold, bullish candle, and we had a big ass wick of the previous 6 o'clock candle. So, oh, by the way, coming over down here, when I took the sell to down here, I was also trying to hit the 6 o'clock level. 6 o'clock level is right there. I don't have it marked like some people have it across their whole screen, but I know this was the 6 o'clock. See this type of, see, this is the 6 o'clock candle, which is that 4-hour candle, that bearish one. Pushed down all the way, and then it closed here. That next 10 o'clock 4-hour candle, that was just an expansion fake first part of the move. But in general, it's still a 1, and I'm looking for a 2. The 2 means that the 4-hour candle is going to come back. It's going to start looking like a wick like it did, and it's going to come back inside the previous wick, which is going to be all this price action here. When we came down and up, that's a wick when it comes above here. And then I'm trying to get this sell back into the wick of that previous 4-hour candle. Because I know that at minimum they're not going to leave that wick completely empty like that. So that was also a logical reason why I'm selling here and coming back in. To even if they're going to go bullish or not, that was just the logic itself, and it's really good. But point is that look how we did come to that fucking level that I thought about. This is a breakout level right here. Boom, push up, right? And then you also have that level. See this high right here, this swing high to the right? You can also have held it to here. But me personally, I was already frustrated with the day when they did this shit right here. That's how I kind of played the rest of the day, and I'm actually really tired. So, but I should have trusted myself a little more, and I just didn't expect it to come this low. But figuring these bitches that I should figure that. But you can see that the 101.5 right here with the 2 to 2.5 matches. Obviously, they came lower. They came to the 3.5 to 4 here, and then they came deeper to where if I measured this top here to here, 3.5 to 4 is right there. Look at this right here. When I measured the swing from, why is that? Why is that doing that? Did I do that right? So weird. Wasn't that supposed to be there? Oh, that doesn't even look good at all. Why am I just noticing this now? Um, I must have had it on some. I must have. Was it a 30 second that I did that? Um, hmm. I don't know, man. I was tired from today. Oh, let's see here. That first break comes nice into the 2 to 2.5 like that. I'm gonna delete this. Not really that important, but the understanding is that look at the zone that we came in. I mean, look at the bodies just sitting right on the bottom of that. That's not like at all random. So it was just beautiful. Kept going, and then now number three, do we started making higher highs and higher lows. You expect it to kind of shift, and then they're locking it here. So not really. It's not really what's the word I'm looking for. Um, Motivating for either direction, and we're kind of fizzling out. So, but we also had we had everything was pretty normal flow here, but no divergences unless you got into these candles right here. You can see lower lows with these two candles, and then these two candles are higher highs. Just the candles itself, I'm using it as a divergence. You can see the difference there, but you already have a basic understanding that you're not really getting that divergences, but you know that the possibility of a double bottom, or there's them not taking out the lows, is very possible. And look at, they fucking did it. Up here you had a little miniature chance of two candles diverging right there, right? So Dow has a lower high candle, and these have higher high candles here. So nothing crazy. So dollar not really mentioning worth, but it is more on the pushing back upside, and that's kind of keeping us, I think, kind of stagnant. I think if dollar keeps coming more down, breaking these lows, we could see us bust up, unless dollar wants to, like, magically regain hard, which it really could, because it's at the bottom, it's ranging, it's speakering out. So we'll see. A lot of room on an overbought story, but I don't know. Obviously, I don't know, but I don't care either. And then again, another higher high, right? So that's kind of like this is the retracement. Like, this is what I've been saying, so it is happening, and that's to explain the logic of us looking for the higher lows and looking for buying and all that. But still, I still took the sell, missed the buy, and I took the sell. So it's like, where am I able to get in that jump rope, flow? Anyways, so there's that, and yeah, man, just flying. Speakering out, a lot of manipulation here, and I mean, it's definitely making higher highs and higher lows, but it'd have to fall out of bed out of nowhere, and this is becoming really, like, man, really wedgy. That's a very big sign of a bearish market too, because if it does come down, it's like, then their party isn't over coming down just for even the short term. then we would expect something to pop back up. Anyways, you understand. I hope I didn't make this fucking long, bro. 24 minutes. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory too, man. If you look at my chart, bro, like screenshot this shit, bro. Look at the way everything is bouncing around algorithmically. You gotta see this shit is just very, very logical and simple. I mean, dude, the levels is just fucking insane. Look at that. Look at the boom. Coming right back underneath the daily bearish imbalance. Boom, right there. Bam, right back to the center. Boom, 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 boom. Like, look at that shit, dude. Look at that right there. See this? Look at this control of price here. I didn't want to draw all of them, but that candle's a control of price. You see that? See how when it breaks, it shifts. And then it's just all lower high. It's a language. It's fanning out that way. And then right here, once it's low, you break it. See, they break it right there. They make this a control price, this area right here. Never goes up. So then it breaks again, comes back, gets stuck underneath that candle. That's a control price right there. That can't, this shit right here, this little area. See that? And then it just lower, 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 high. Then you get that same break here. And this is why, oh shit. That's why when this you're looking for a buy in general, if you're going to keep trading, I mean, I was completely over it already early in the day, to be honest with you, and I almost didn't even buy this, which was funny. But the point is that this assuming higher low or whatever, you get the drives, but you want to come and take out some of this liquidity here. So we didn't even make it this far, but I think coming back to the daily bearish imbalance would have been beautiful. But if it's really heavy, then it'll fall right here and just sink. So otherwise, you need to see strength coming back into here. We said yesterday that we want to see us hold as support above it. It's blowing right through it. We're still not getting any real momentum and support on the bottom side. So if you see that, you're gauging it with that daily bearish imbalance. So it's what was I gonna say? So we got 1, 2. Any one of these could have been 3 and took the profit because it might not keep going. So that's just a trade in itself. But you get multiple opportunities, but you got to take each one of these, right? See how they whip right back, right? So it's like it's cool if you're in the zone to trade it, but I mean since they're all higher lows, like that it's squeezing and then going right back up, coming right back in, coming right back up, right? So it's high resistance, right? But all opportunities. But if you're holding this, then God bless you. I am not doing that. I'd rather have took the trade and that profit that I know that it's gonna happen. But passing here or holding to here, I don't know that's gonna happen. But I know one is doing this. What it showed me is doing this. I know 2 is coming back. I don't know how far, but I know it's coming back. And sure enough, you see the flow. So it's really helpful. It's just the thing is you just got to be patient and be able to catch these little transitions when they break the lowest candle for a reversal. And not get caught up in the drives. If you want to wait for more confirmation and breaks, then you're gonna have to do stuff like this, right? Like so, for example, even like when this popped up above what's it called? Yeah, I didn't take that was so dirty. Popping above this high, it came back in. You're gonna say, "Wow, it should be this high," but it should, but they're doing it in dirty way, and look how it bounces right on the bottom, 25%. So of the opening range gap, see that plus what's there is the actual first imbalance here. Also, you have I already mentioned this imbalance too. So this first one from yesterday. So you can see it's sitting on top of that. If I was to connect this all the way over, you're gonna see that. Look how we just hit that. Look how they overlapped and they hit each other right there. Look at that shit. Can't look at the overlapping is even very interesting. See that? So that's the understanding of this is the lowest level. Number 3 to pop up. That would be the perfect world, right? But let me move this back here. I think I've talked too much. But super fire. And then you can see when I did this candle range here, this I measured. Did I talk about everything yet? I had two levels here. So I measured these four down candles right here. It's to the left. Forget the one right here. You can see the 2 to 2.5 is right here. We come right to it, right? When we bought to the right, right? Yeah. So 5 minute. I'll go to 5 minute real quick because you can see the drives a lot better there. I got to take off this gap thing. I don't know why they have that on the 5 minute. I turned it off. I mean, I only put 6 weeks. Don't worry about the gray area right now. For some reason, it's doing that. But you can see the drives here. When we push up, forget the fit. So from the range from here to here, like from there to the left, 50% is here. But once they get up to 50%, it's gone, right? And then you're looking for drives after that. Not saying you have to wait for 3 drives after this high because if it kept going, that'd be great. But obviously it did not. And the gimmick of what I told you they were trying to do there at that level, that was their little sneaky trick, right? So it built that, right? So it's pretty much just like I don't know, I guess you could just say like a buy model, right? But look at the 3 drives here. 1, retrace. Push up 2, 3 trace. Press push up 3, right? So yeah, look at that. Goofies. I knew they were building this shit when they were doing it. And I was like, you're so dirty. um and I think I've talked too much. So, what are we saying tomorrow? Well, I checked everything, didn't I? And then here, Nvidia, they were compressing the price. So, yes, they pushed down from a couple days ago, and then we pushed back up, we wicked back in, and then we stuck here, and then we're kind of like expanding out. It's really a shitty moment in the market. Technically, it's not really going anywhere. And then what was I gonna say? So yeah, it's kind of keeping everything in a stagnant spot. But I would like to see pressure push up here. But man, to be honest with you, I got this little inkling that I know it should go up more, right? First, even you can come back down. I'm okay with that. But to come back up first, I think. But I'm starting to kind of feel like it's so tired, and it's not going to break these levels now anymore. Like it's not really going to go higher, and we're going to experience more price down, and we'll be stuck more in limbo and all that for anyone trying to really take serious buys, right? So hey, that's where we are. We'll get more information as we go, but Friday is it going to make this candle a dud day, which is it's indecisive? Are we going to have a bullish day where we end up coming up here and closing, and the week closes for tomorrow, or is the bearish candle? So I mean. Technically, let me see. Where's the high of the week? And I was mentioning it's speakering around that daily. I mean, sorry, the first. I'm sorry for the gap, the weekly gap, present week. We're bouncing up and down around it. See, we're still fucking sitting there, right? Oh man, it should be. Oh no, bro, it's just sitting at equilibrium too with that range. So you're like 50-50 again, right? But what I wanted to say. Um yeah, I mean, does this win the battle or does this win the battle? I would like to see Friday just push up hard and then be a candle up here, and then the next week what we would do is we would now open up and we would try to dip in up here on the weekly. See that? Dip into there and then maybe turn around. That's what I would like to see happen. So to higher, high, higher, low, just push up, reach in here, fucking do whatever, and then it can reverse and then come back down. I don't mind that, but do it already. If not, this drop would be seems like it's going to be pretty nasty or pretty ugly. But I know I've said everything, man. I'm tired, so you guys take care. God bless.